Well, friends, the day has finally come. I'm about to take you outside and show you our patio space. It's finally finished, and I would record this segment outside, but I have boys in the swimming pool just screaming and having the best time ever. So I figured I would record this portion indoors, and then I can take you guys outside and show you how it all turned out. I am so excited to share it with you. All right, so before I get into all of the history and where we started with this patio and why we changed the patio, I do want to take a brief moment to thank today's sponsor, and that's Wild Grain. Wild Grain is the first bake from frozen subscription box featuring artisan sourdough breads, handcrafted pastries, and fresh pasta. They partner with small bakers and pasta makers across the country to preserve the tradition of nutritious, artisan-made foods. So you guys know how much I enjoy baking for my family. I love making homemade sourdough bread and just all kinds of things for my husband and boys, but I myself am gluten-free. And so I've shared Wild Grain with you before. One of the reasons why I love them is because they actually provide gluten-free options that are good for you. This bread is made with simple, recognizable ingredients. It's slow fermented for great flavor and easier digestion. There's no preservatives in this bread, and it bakes from frozen in 25 minutes or less. Freezing this bread also locks in the flavor as well as the nutrients, so you get the best bread possible. Wild Grain is a trusted brand with over 40,000 five-star reviews. It's named USA Today's best food subscription box for 3 consecutive years. Guys, you can head to wildgrain.com/pine to get $30 off your first box. I'll put all of the details down in the description box below. Again, this code gets you $30 off, and it also gets you free croissants for life. How incredible is that? I absolutely love all of their gluten-free items. Oh my goodness, their gluten-free chocolate chip cookies are some of the best that I've ever had. I love their gluten-free country loaf. Their brioche buns are incredible. They have so many amazing gluten-free options. And if you have a loved one that's gluten-free, why not stock up and have some things available in your freezer that you can pull out and bake up quickly for when they come. It's just a great option. Again, all of this information will be down in the description box below. Let me go back to the very beginning. And if you remember, we started all of this in May. It's now August, so it took quite a bit of time. But for those of you that are new, I thought it might be good to kind of give you a recap and show you what we've done since May. So if you've been here for a while, you know that I, for years, had a pea gravel patio space. We put it in ourselves. I have a whole post on my blog about it, totally DIY. Very, very budget-friendly project. We loved it for a long time, but you know, it sat right under a tree. And so we dealt with a lot of issues, lots of things falling into the pea gravel. It started to feel like a lot of upkeep. I would find pea gravel in my house all the time because eventually we got a little pool for the boys, and so they would drag it in the house. And anyways, we had talked about different ideas, and we kept coming back to this idea of a flagstone patio. I just kept looking at images on Pinterest. I loved it. My husband loved it. Felt very old world, very cottage style. And so we did some research, visited some different places here locally, and looked at a couple different kinds of flagstone. Eventually, I think it was the second or third place we visited, we found this beautiful flagstone that fit within our budget, and so we went ahead and placed the order. Now, before we could even get started on the flagstone portion, we had to remove all of the pea gravel. So that was quite the project. We removed all of the rocks around the border. And so then we began digging. Basically, we started running into problems around the tree because we've got these massive tree roots. We weren't even thinking about that. switched gears and we went from just one level patio to kind of like a one-step situation. So we decided to kind of step up underneath the tree area and kind of build that area up, which meant we would need to go and get like retaining wall materials to create this step up. So we found some retaining wall blocks that we really liked, and we sort of began the process of creating a border underneath the tree.
So I've laid my foundation. It's up about 3-4 inches of compacted gravel. I've been basically setting it in place as much as settling it down, and then I'll take a rubber mallet, and I work that in, obviously, and I'll check my level as I go and adjust it and level that off with the rest of my row.
And then for the retaining wall area, we just made sure that we were still 6 inches off the top of the retaining wall. And that allowed for us in both places to do about 4 inches of this gravel. I believe it's called 3/4 down. I'll try to put a blog post together for you guys. And we had to pack that down. And then after that gravel went down, we went with a finer gravel. I believe it was 3/8 crushed gravel to go on top of that. And again, you pack it down and you have to do all of that work before you even start on the flagstone. So then it was the fun part. My husband loves puzzles. I actually enjoyed them too. So we really thought that the flagstone portion would be kind of fun, and to be honest, it was definitely, I wouldn't describe it as fun, let's just put it that way. It was a project. It took quite a bit of work to kind of do the best we could piecing these large flagstones together, and really you get to a point where you just have to start cutting. And so that's when my husband began. We did the best we possibly could over a long period of time, just trying to piece together as much as we could, use large pieces of flagstone, but then eventually he had to get out his saw, and with the proper blade, he started cutting pieces to fill in the rest. After that, we used a polymeric sand that he poured all over the surface. You brush it into all of the joints, and then you get it wet and it hardens. was such a labor of love, but we are so pleased with the way it looks. It looks like it's been there for years and years. It's absolutely beautiful. And so we wanted to, you know, save some money and maybe not invest in a brand new patio set, try to use the chairs and, you know, the items we already had. So we dug through the garage, we found a bunch of old wood in there that was pressure treated from a ramp that our church had taken apart years ago. And so we turned it into a table. So my husband did a beautiful job. I don't know if it's quite finished. I think that I want to sand it, and I don't know if I'll like seal it or anything like that. But for right now, it was absolutely free and I'm so pleased with it. So my mom also had a really cool old table that she wasn't using. She had it just kind of sitting outside of her house in her garden area. And I asked her if I could try it in my patio space, and she said, yes, actually, I would love for you to find use for it. And so it kind of would be great for like setting dishes on whenever we eat outside or host. People can put plates there or whatever. So I just have some like pots there for now, some watering cans, but I feel like it would be really beautiful just to serve food on. And then, of course, years ago, we got like this really cool old sink off of Facebook Marketplace. I think it would be awesome to fill with ice and put drinks in. For right now, I just have a cutting board sitting there with a drink dispenser. So I can't wait to sort of play with this space and figure it out and see, you know, exactly how I want to style it. Had a couple chairs that I put near the grill area, but I might look for something different there just for Mike whenever he's grilling. So I'm sure it'll be tweaked and changed throughout the years, but for right now, we love the way this space looks. One of the best parts about it is that when the leaves and helicopters and all the things fall, we just get out that leaf blower and blow it right off. And I don't have bits of gravel and grass and helicopters and all the things coming into the house anymore. So that's been quite, we've just noticed a huge difference with that. So I'm very pleased. And of course, I just love the way it looks. It's just absolutely stunning. And Mike did an incredible job, like always. He just, you know, everything he touches, I feel like he does such an amazing job. And I'm just so pleased and thankful for all of his hard work. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new to my channel, I would love you to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Let me know what you think about the patio. Bye-bye.